Hello, I'm Chief Constable Kier Pritchard of Wiltshire Police. So it's now been 9.5 weeks since we first went into lockdown in this country. I know we're going into another weekend where the weather looks fantastic and beautiful, and that will bring many temptations for us to go outside and perhaps meet with friends and loved ones that we wouldn't have seen for some time and perhaps gather in large groups. Well, quite simply, the rules and regulations will not allow that this weekend. So I know that it will be tempting, but we cannot be complacent at this moment in time. I'm asking for you to continue to observe the guidelines and to show restraint, and of course to continue with the brilliant personal responsibility that so many of you have shown in Wiltshire and in Swindon, and for that matter across the country. We heard this week that the restrictions are likely to be further relaxed as we go into next week, and there will be an opportunity to see groups of up to 6 in private gardens, in public spaces, so long as the social distancing is maintained. That could even involve joining together for a barbecue, again, so long as social distancing has been observed. But that won't come into effect until next weekend. So whilst those temptations will exist this weekend, that's not permitted. So let's continue to stay within the guidelines. Thank you. I really do know how difficult this has been, and I really appreciate, as do my officers and my staff in Wiltshire, the many thousand of you that have observed with absolute strict adherence the guidelines that have been set out by the government. So we know this weekend, if you want to go out to take unlimited exercise or to see one other person from another household, you can do that. You can do that now, but to maintain social distancing whilst doing that. You will have seen this weekend that the regional testing centres have started to really come on track, which is of course critical to the government's test, trace and contain strategy. Here in Wiltshire there is a regional testing centre now available in Salisbury and one at the Park and Ride site in Wroughton. They can facilitate up to 2,000 tests a day, so it should be able to accelerate the government's approach to meet the target to have a large number of tests so we can properly assess what the level of case outbreak and the respread factor, the R factor, that looks like across the country and across the region. So again, positive steps as we go through with our key fight in tackling coronavirus across the country. I know that many of you, whilst you've had updates from me and you've seen public messages, will possibly still have questions that you have of me or of the Police and Crime Commissioner. Questions about how policing's coped, how we're protecting our staff, questions about why we've stepped into the enforcement arena in certain circumstances, on any questions at all. And what we've done is over this weekend, we've opened the opportunity for you to log into our website, Wiltshire Police website, follow the link and pose any questions at all that you have of myself and the PCC. We know there may be a few, so we'll keep that link open until Monday morning at 9 o'clock. So any questions at all, nothing's off limit. Please be sensible, please keep them above the level, obviously. But if there's any question at all about what you think we've been doing, perhaps any feedback, any ideas, any suggestions, and just wider questions, then please do that. It's a great opportunity for you to be able to ask direct, and we will answer all of those questions. So the last thing for me, next week is National Volunteers Week. We'll be doing a lot to celebrate the great volunteers that we have within Wiltshire Police. So that's from our special constables right the way through to those that support Neighbourhood Watch and Community Speed Watch. We have many volunteers that step into our police stations to help us with specific tasks. And we are in huge gratitude for the commitment, professionalism and the support that they provide to us through this period of COVID, but also through the normal peacetime working that we have in policing. So thank you to all of you who have stepped forward and volunteered in your community, for those that have helped policing, and we look forward next week to be able to showcase some brilliant case examples of where people have really helped. Listen, stay safe this weekend, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the weather, and please do everything you can to stay within the guidelines and observe social distancing rules. Take care. Thank you.